Welcome, everybody, to the February 1st Monday Metaphysical Chat. I am so delighted to have you here. And I see that Karen has already joined us in chat. Welcome, Karen. So glad to have you here. I am looking forward to hearing about your questions tonight. What's on your mind? There's a lot going on in the world. Have you had a chance to watch Metatron's message from yesterday, where he talked about the dark forces are taking a break this week? So it's giving us a chance to regroup, take some deep breaths, relax a little, because they went into a temporary retreat, but it won't last long. Welcome to Janani and Monica. So glad to see you guys here. We're going to get started with questions shortly. We're just going to tap dance for a few minutes and let people get a chance to join us, because they don't always notice until the notice from YouTube goes out. It takes them a few minutes to respond sometimes. But feel free, go ahead and put your questions in chat, and we will be here for probably about a couple of hours. And usually the way it works, if you're new, is I take questions until about 10:30, and then we stop new questions to allow me to catch up, because I want to be sure that everybody who's here with a question gets that question answered. So that's what we'll be doing. Hey, Craig, welcome. Hello, Clara. It's been a while. Happy to see you. Mary Ann, wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys must have some important things on your mind, because there's just a lot happening right now. If you are not subscribed to my channel, you're in chat and you'd like to ask a question, all you have to do is subscribe, and 5 minutes after that, you'll be given ability to ask questions. I just ask you to be a subscriber if you want to get your free questions. Now, you can unsubscribe afterwards, no problem, but just during the call, you need to be subscribed. Okay. That's no problem, Amanda. We will get to it. Absolutely. Yeah, no worries about that. So those of you who have been following along on my adventures and the weekly update that I send you every Sunday will know that I've been on the road all day. We just got back about an hour and a half ago, so in time to get set up to do the call tonight. But we've been traveling all day, so if I get a little low energy towards the end, you'll understand and humor me with that. But yeah, we had a really lovely time in the Nashville area at the bat mitzvah, and it was just so wonderful. Janani, it was a relief, and you can feel the difference too. Yeah. But did you guys feel the shift in energy today? Those of you who are getting problems with the tinnitus, or, the weird energies that you're feeling because of the solar flares? What I was reading on the way home is that something major that's like hasn't happened in decades was happening today, the level of this blast that was coming at us. So if you felt something, that's probably what it was about. I know earlier in the day, my noise level was, maybe here, and now it's like up to here. So I'm hearing this bass drum like somebody's in a marching band, and boom, 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 boom. Been hearing that for hours. It's so weird how the tinnitus manifests differently for everybody. Some will hear the high-pitched ringing, and I get that too. But during these geomagnetic events, I'm getting more of like tubas and the bass drum and just weird sounds. Oh, great question, Craig. We will get to that. Absolutely. Debbie, yours is up. Yeah. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't that way. I wish I knew and I could tell you when it was going to end, but we're just going through this process, and it's going to take as long as it takes. Meanwhile, we just kind of have to do the best we can to flow with it and not let us upset our apple cart any more than it needs to. It's challenging for sure. I will ask that question, Marianne. That's a great question. Yeah. Awesome. Some more questions coming in. Perfect. Love it. So let's see. We'll give a couple more minutes for a few people to show up, and then we'll start. I don't want to keep you hanging too long because I want to respect that you showed up on time. And then those who come in later, we'll get to them. Hey, Mary Ann, welcome. I don't recall seeing you here before, so delighted to have you here if it's your first time. Enjoy. Talk Truth. Don't remember that name either. I love it when new people join us because, you know, there's so much going on in the world right now, and we need more light workers to come into this big tent and join us as we move forwards, shifting the world. We just finished on Saturday. Saturday was the 31st. Yeah, we just finished the annual 21-day meditation challenge, which was really amazing. If you guys joined it, if you didn't, you really ought to because it was just phenomenal. This was our 7th annual. And what happened is that the energy is different in this new era. So the way that we're experiencing the 21-day meditation challenge is different. Hard to put it into words, more powerful, more visceral, a whole different level of connecting with the teams. And where in the past we might have been working more on ourselves, on connecting with, you know, past lives and healing trauma and, you know, all the stuff that we go through. This time it's more of a broader perspective. It's more of the world and the people. Like Metatron was talking in the Sunday message about the oceans and the sea creatures needing our help. So it's a broader vision that we're taking in this new era, which is really fascinating. So of course the connections are different and what they share with us is different. So for the people who are in the Facebook group sharing that, you're getting to see that lens and the breadth of everything that's coming through, which is quite marvelous. So if you haven't done the 21-day challenge yet and you would like to have a better connection with your team, then please join us. You can do this any day of the year. It's always open. It's just that in January we do the group. So you'll be doing it on your own, but you can be sharing in the private group if you like. That link is in the book. And let me give you a link for that so that you can grab it and read up on it if you haven't heard about it before, if you do happen to be new now. So we do this, as I said, every January as a group, but the private group is there year round. So anytime you get the book, which is the course teaching you how to do channeling, how to talk to God and your angels, you do the course in the book, and then you just go through and you do the challenge, share with us, ask questions, get support. We are here to help one another. So the 21-day, oops. So this link will give you all the information if you don't already have it. And to those of you who have heard me say this over and over, I appreciate your bearing with me as I do that. It's just so important that we keep letting people know that this resource is available to them for whatever's going on in their lives to help them. Okay, so I think it's time to dive in and start doing our questions. Oh, thank you, Monica. This lipstick was my mother-in-law's. Isn't it amazing? And it's something, I found it in her bag when we were cleaning things out, and I just thought, you know, I want her lipstick. And it feels so good to wear it. So, yeah, it's thinking of her tonight. Okay, so Karen, you had the first question. Let me find you there. Oh, no, you were just the first one to be here and say hi. Okay, so the first question I see is Amanda. All right, so Amanda, you need guidance splitting time in Mexico, hopefully starting this spring. So is that an optimal choice for Amanda? What do you say, team? Would it be optimal for Amanda to split her time between here and Mexico, beginning in the spring? I'm seeing sunshine and I'm smelling flowers. Yeah, it's like, absolutely. Do it for as long as it feels good, it meets your needs, But it feels like that's not going to be a long-term thing. It's like a transitional experience for you. And at some point, things will shift. It's like you're downshifting and then putting it into overdrive. So when you're ready to shift up into overdrive, you will have more clarity about the situation that serves your present needs. So be open to it shifting. That's what they want you to know. So let me know if that makes sense and is helpful. Hi, Ashika. So great to have you back. Monica, day 20 of the 21-day challenge. You heard trumpets near the end of the meditation. That's awesome. Was that meant to be celebratory and to announce something? So let's ask that question. For Monica, the trumpets. What was the message for her about the trumpets? Yeah, it's celebrating that you showed up, that you made the commitment, that you followed through. They are just over the moon, excited and happy that you did that you took the journey with them, and they wanted to let you know that. So the trumpets were celebratory. Yeah, and expect to hear them again, because they will pull out all the stops to let you know when they want you to know something like that. Yeah, it's beautiful. So absolutely. So Craig wants to know, James Garner was a big-time liberal Democrat. How does he feel about what's going on in our government with you know who? And he's spoken with you before. Okay, so let's ask James Garner, are you available for a chat? Now he tips his hat and he says, howdy. Sure enough, ma'am. Okay. So Craig would like to know, how do you feel about what's going on with our government and our present president, I guess is the best way to say it. Can you give us your thoughts about it? He's shaking his head. His eyes are kind of wide. It's really hard to wrap his head around that is where the country is at this moment in time, because it's just not something that he ever comprehended happening. He had a lot of faith in the country and in the people, and it's taken this dark turn that is mystifying, stupefying, very upsetting. And he, along with many on the other side, are sending us love, support, and prayers that we can step up to the occasion, bringing what we need to bring to affect change. Because he's saying right now the power is in the people. You've got to stand up and make the difference. Nobody's coming along to save you. There's too much corruption. The people are going to have to draw the line in the sand and say, we've had it. This is enough. We're taking our country back. And I want you to know, this is Jimmy saying this, we will stand beside you. We will support you, lending our energy, because this is not the way this country goes down. The people must stand up and take it back. Amen. Sending you love and support from the heavenlies that you be successful. And he will be keeping an eye on things. He wants you to know that, Greg. Yeah, there's a lot of them over there keeping an eye on things. So Marianne, you'd like to know if you can trust your only sibling. Okay, so for Marianne, team, is it safe for her to trust her sibling? I hear a no right away, Marianne. I'm sorry. But you must have felt that, which is why you asked the question. So let me know if you have a follow-up to that, because it seems like there might be a natural follow-up, but you let me know, because I don't want to guess. Talk truth. You're wondering if your guides have any messages for love, health, or anything you need to know. I'm sure they do. Let's see what they have to say. So for talk truth, what can you share about love, health, or anything? Sorry, it's taken a minute because that big bass drum is beating in my ear. It's a little distracting. Talk truth. What do you want to share with them? We want you to know the road ahead has got some potholes. It's going to be bumpy. But here's the secret about that. Go slow. Be vigilant about the path in front of you so that you're prepared to veer left, right, or make a sudden stop depending on what's happening in front of you. So it's really calling you to be very present in the moment so that you can quickly make shifts, adjusting yourself to circumstances. That's going to be very important for you in the near term. Now, over time, that will smooth out. It won't be quite as challenging. Plus, you're also going to be flexing those muscles. You're going to become more adept at that quick shifting. So it will get easier just because you'll have more practice with it. So is there anything else you want to share about the health, the love in general? Love is all around. Embrace it. Don't limit yourself. All of those who are like-minded individuals, open your arms wide, invite them into your circle. Make it homey, make it comfortable. Allow them to come in and be their authentic selves. It feels like if you're not already, they're inviting you to do some kind of a group thing. So if you've thought about doing that and you haven't, there's an invitation there. Whether it's formal or informal, I'm just seeing you doing something with a group, bringing them together, being supportive, and collectively bringing the power and the light to the situation, which will, by extension, help the entire planet. Okay, so anything about love that you want to share? You said, oh, you want to know about romantic love, huh? Okay. So is the romantic love on the horizon for Talk Truth? It's a little ways out there. It's not super close. You've got to give it a little time. There's some things that need sorting out. But yeah, down the road, that is definitely out there. And the angels are chiming in to say, sweetie, when you get into alignment and you start moving forward on that path, you can accelerate that timeline. So part of it's up to you. They are working with you in collaboration. They will facilitate the best that they can, but you have a part in this as well, and they want you to know that. So anything about health that you want to add? Feels like there's some things that you need to put your attention on as far as your health. So don't neglect that, because that responsibility lies with you. Anything specific you want to add about that? No, they're not trying to nag you. They just want to gently nudge you and urge you to be a little more proactive about your own health. That's going to be important. Okay, so let me know if that makes sense. Mary Ann, Akashic readings, you're feeling it changing, making you doubt your abilities. Are the gifts changing? It's changing for everybody, Mary Ann. The way that we connect with them is changing. The information they share with us is changing. So if you've had that connection with them, then don't doubt you still have it, because they never leave you. It's you that get into that doubt, or you get busy and you pull away, that kind of thing. They never leave. They're always there. Now, if you haven't done the 21-day challenge and you're having those doubts, that would be a really great way for you to solidify the connection, to feel more confident and better about it. So if you feel led to do that, then by all means join us. But you have the connection already. It's just a matter of trusting it, leaning in. Don't second guess yourself, because that's where you get into trouble, when you start second guessing. So let me know if that answers your question. Good evening, Christy. So glad you could join us. Vicki, hi. Ms. Debbie, both ears are loud now. That's up from a day or two ago. Yeah. They had a name for it. They were calling it. What was it? It started with a C. It was a big word, too. I saw this earlier about the solar flares. Not remembering what it was. If I find it later, I'll send it to you. But yeah, we've hit like some crescendo level that's bigger than it had been. So if you're feeling it more now, that's probably what it is. When I read it, I wasn't sure, if that meant we were going to get more onslaughts, or maybe it would change in some way that would be more comfortable for us. But so far, it seems like we're just getting more of the same, just at a higher level. So again, they tell us not to be in resistance, which is really hard when you got all that stuff going on in your head and you're still trying to function. But as much as possible, flow with it, don't resist it, and that will help you to get through it easier. Picturing yourself like on that ship in the stormy seas, and you stand back and let the angels hold on to the rudder to get you through, and man the mainsails and whatever they have to do to keep that ship upright. Let them help you when things get really rough, and it will be far easier for you. So that's the thing we've got to remember. And I know you know this. I'm just saying it for all the other people who haven't heard it before. Hey, Pamela, welcome. So glad to see you. Bobrafik. I hope I'm not butchering your name, Bobrafik. First time watching live. I'm so glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Janani. During your meditation, you're feeling a sensation on your left arm near your elbow. You feel it's Kuan Yin. Can the team confirm that for you? And if it is her, is there a connection to her? Okay, so for Janani, Kuan Yin, is that you who's been at Janani's left elbow? Are you the one? She's smiling, big, glowing smile, and nodding. Yes, it's her. Okay. And do you have some kind of connection to Janani that you want her to know about? She says, yes, love, we've been together in past lives. And she is just so happy that you have come to this place where you are ready to open up and receive her again. So just know that you're just getting started with her. There will be more. She will be there for you more frequently. And like Metatron, you can call her anytime you desire, or others. They don't mind if you call others. They're not jealous that way. You can call whomever you feel aligned with in the moment, or just ask whoever's the best to come forward. But yeah, definitely her, definitely a connection. So that's very cool. Congratulations. Okay, and you also want to know what is up with the tiny quakes happening in the San Ramon area. Okay, so team, what can you tell us about quakes in the San Ramon area? Is there something we need to know about that? Yeah, it's part of Gaia's ongoing rebirthing. She is at a very advanced level, just about to complete the process. So as she is in the throes of their very end of her rebirthing, as you might imagine, she's going to be thrashing about harder than she has previously, which is rippling in the form of quakes and tsunamis and volcanoes and all of those kinds of things, the weather events, because her thrashing around is causing just all the elements to be stirred up even more. So that's part of it. It's not personal. She's not trying to hurt us. She's just getting through her process as best she can. So the wise advice is to be aware of it. If you feel that your team is telling you to get the heck out of the way, then do that. And if you're wrong, so what? Better to be wrong, get out of the way, than to stay there and get crushed. So it's a time of us being very tuned in, listening for the guidance, and moving when they tell us to move. This too shall pass, but it will take a little while. So that's what's going on. I got a hair on my lip here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Janani. I'm glad you like it. Miss Debbie, it was very creative for you. Yeah. All of your doodles were so amazing. And isn't it interesting how you don't think of yourself as an artist, and yet this round of the challenge tapped into your creative side and asked you to step aside, stop judging, and just share what you felt led to share, and how that has touched other people and helped their experience. So we just never know. And that's why it's so wise when they ask us these things that maybe don't feel like a good fit or strange, that we just do our best and flow along with it and see where it goes, because it can take us to really marvelous places. Paria, I hope I got that right. You are new? Paramala, okay. Paramala from India. A message from your spiritual team. Let's ask. So, for Paramala, what would you like to share with her tonight? I'm seeing beautiful golden sunshine shining down on you, lighting you up, warming you from the inside out. It feels like you might have been in a kind of a dark place, maybe a dark night of the soul, or in a place of soul searching, maybe a little confused. So it feels like you were on that precipice, and they're now shining this light on you, saying, "This way, sweetie. Come this way. Let us shine the light on you, warm you up, build your confidence, help you see the path that would be to your highest and best good to travel." They want to highlight the path to be sure that you find it and that you can just flow with ease without second guessing and doubting yourself. So it's bringing more illumination. Yeah, that's what they're saying, illumination into your world right now. And now I'm seeing these beautiful turquoise colors coming into accent the sunlight. So what is that about? Why the turquoise? That's bringing in the flavor, they're saying. Flavor, I wouldn't think of turquoise as flavor, but okay. So it's bringing in highlights and nuance to your life. So they're asking you to be fluid, flexible, and flow with those colors. Experience them. Viscerally experience those colors, because that's going to be consciousness expanding for you. I don't quite understand that, but hopefully you will understand it. It will make sense for you. So let me know if there's a follow-up to that. Oh, Jarnail Singh. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Amanda, you are so welcome. Pamela, you're planning to negotiate tomorrow for a lower rent on your hairstylist booth. It's a new job. Any guidance on that? Okay. So for Pamela, when she negotiates for her booth, for this new position, what can you share with her that will help her to get the very best opportunity and deal for her? Be soft, but be confident. You don't want to come across as too brusque. You want to be seen as a good team player, cooperative, but also confident in knowing who you are and what you bring to the table, so that you will not be taken advantage of. So they're asking you to kind of walk a tightrope, if that makes sense. And they're saying that is your path to finding the best deal for you. You want to have that assertiveness, but you also want to be someone they will enjoy working with, and that they can feel that you would be a good fit for the situation. So is there anything else you can tell her concrete that would be helpful? They're saying it's already yours, so don't stress about it. Flow with it, enjoy it, and know that this path will open up more doors to you. This is a beginning, but it is not the end all be all. There's more. So it's where you flow for a while, but it will open doors to more when you are ready. So that's pretty cool. Let me know if that makes sense. Your friend, Janani, your friend who lost relatives, can connect with them here. Sure. Invite them to the call. Everybody's welcome. This is public. It's just, as I said earlier, in order to ask a question, they need to subscribe, because only subscribers to the channel are allowed to ask questions. Because I look at it this way: if you're going to ask me for free readings, then the least you can do is subscribe. Now, you can unsubscribe after you get your answer, there's no, requirement to stay. But at least to get the free readings, you got to subscribe, because that's fair exchange of energy. Oh, okay. So let's see. Pamela, you love James Garner. Yeah, he was pretty terrific. Laura, yes, questions are open. I'll be taking questions until about 10:30, and then at that point I stop taking new questions to allow me to make sure I get everybody's question answered before the end. Amanda, follow up. Given the message of staying open, would apartment A or apartment B be the best for you, or stay open to other options? Okay, so for Amanda, the optimal choice, is it apartment A? Is it apartment B? Or something else? B, apartment B is the best choice right now. So hopefully that helps you. Richard, thank you for the divine loving light. We all appreciate that so much. It's so wonderful to have you here. Oh, that's too funny, Craig. James Garner's picture frame keeps breaking, so you thought he wanted to talk. Yeah. Well, I'm sure he knows he still has a lot of fans on this side who might be inspired to listen to his guidance. So that's so appreciated. And thank you for bringing it. Hey, Linda, welcome. So glad to have you here. Tammy from Alberta. So wonderful to have you. Laura, you had a message from Archangel Michael that included the line, Ish Kain Shekinah. Would the angels talk to you about the message, please? Okay, let's ask what that Ish Kanei Shekinah, maybe? Okay. So for Laura, what can you tell her about the message, Ish Kanei Shekinah? What is she supposed to get from that? Something about wisdom. Wisdom seeker. An invitation for you to step into a deeper connection with your angels for seeking wisdom. So it's like, it's got a question mark at Ish Kanei Shekinah. I think that's how they're saying it. So, come into this deeper relationship with us, because there is great wisdom we wish to share with you. So if you're getting that kind of verbiage from them, then you probably are at a place where you can dive into that deeper relationship. But just know they're inviting you, so come. And if you don't have a regular meditation practice, then give yourself, 15 minutes a day. Really, it doesn't even have to be that much, but if you do this regularly every day or almost every day, you will expand your ability so rapidly that you will be able to have those conversations and you'll get those wisdom downloads faster. I also recommend, if you don't already, write them down or speak them into a recorder, handwrite them, type them, whatever you have to do. But when you're getting those messages, you want to record it in some fashion, because you won't remember it. When you start channeling, it just flows through you. So if you're not recording it in the moment, you'll lose stuff. So as best you can, do that. And then one more tip I want to share with you. If you're getting it and it's coming through too fast to keep up with, you can ask them to pause. They will. And when you catch up, whether you're handwriting, typing, or speaking, just say, okay, resume, and they will. Because you, as a sovereign soul, have the right to ask them that. So it's a super powerful little tip that you can use, and will allow you to record more. And when you're recording, for everybody who's listening, get as much detail as possible. Colors, directions, symbols, whatever you get. And then when you're done, Google those things to get more of the message, because often there's layers to your messages. And if you don't get the symbology or the history, if it's a song or something like that, and I would even Google that expression that you just wrote for me, see if that comes up anywhere. Get as much information as you can, because they ask you to kind of play a game of Clue with them. They're giving you all these details, inviting you to go deeper, to get more of the message. And as you do that and record it, over time, you will see how the pieces of messages fit together like a puzzle, because they're always doing that. They're giving you more and more of the pieces, leading you into a deeper conversation and understanding with them. So have a wonderful time doing that and let us know how it goes. Amy, how is your son's recovery going? Okay, so for Amy, son's recovery. What can you tell us? Is the recovery going well? Feels sticky. Almost like stops and starts. It's not a smooth, just get better kind of thing. It's the 2 steps forward, 1 step back dance. So it's a slow recovery. But he is making progress. It's just going to take a while. So is it highly likely that he will make a full recovery? Can you tell her that? It's a maybe right now, Amy. It's not 100% because it takes cooperation from him. And it feels like he's not really wanting to do the work to get better. There's some resistance from him. So what you can do is you can send angels, you can send love, and just support the most beneficent outcome for all. That's the most powerful thing you could ask for, and sending with love. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. Monica, you worry about your sister running out of money before the end of the year. How can you support her during this time? Wow, the year just got started. That's a lot of worry. So the first thing is don't be worried about her, Monica. Send love, send abundant thoughts, because your worry isn't going to help. So for Monica, what could you share with her that she could do to help her sister? Yeah, they're saying you want to be careful about enabling. You don't want to enable bad behavior. You want to be supportive. So you can be the rock that she can back up against when she's feeling really down and out. You can speak to your angels, asking them for guidance along the way, because they're saying it won't be the same. It's going to change as the situation changes. It's a fluid situation. So keep coming back to the well of divine wisdom, asking for the new piece that can help her. But for right now, it's being the rock. It's sending the love, the support, that she knows you're always there no matter what. I mean, she probably kind of knows that, but you're doing it with the angels will feel more tangible to her. And you can send her angels to lift her up, to support her as well. So doing a lot from the metaphysical side is really going to help, much more than what you're doing, in the physical side of things. So let me know if that makes sense and if that's helpful. Marianne, you have been feeling that you can't trust him. Yeah. How can you protect yourself from his attempts to control and manipulate? Okay, team, what can you tell Marianne? How does she protect herself from the controlling and manipulation? Well, they're saying good on you for noticing, being aware of it. That's the first step. When you're on to it, it's much harder for them to manipulate you. So guilt, that's a powerful lever that will probably be used against you. Just know there is no need for guilt ever. It's a waste of your time and your energy. No guilt. You are who you are. You bring what you bring to the table, and that is a tremendous amount of light and love. So there's no guilt there at all. No matter what this person says to you, do not allow yourself to get trapped into that guilt. It's not yours. That's a heavy manipulation lever, guilt is. So you want to watch out for that. You will notice speech patterns, and when you hear those, that's like clue, incoming manipulation. And you just don't buy it. You either don't get into the conversation at all, or you don't let it bother you. Let it go in one ear and out the other. It's not yours to carry. It's theirs. You're not helping them if you allow them to do that to you either. Now, if it comes to the place where you're not able to stay strong in the face of that, then disconnect. Don't spend time with them or spend limited time with them. This is all up to you. This is about you, Marianne, being the sovereign soul, spiritual maturity, and saying, I can take this much and no more, or I can take nothing. Either way, whichever is best for you is the best choice, because you come first. And that's not always easy to do when you've been trained to please everyone else before yourself. But now we are in an enlightened time where each soul needs to take responsibility for themselves, for their happiness first. Because when they do that, they have more to share with the world. So don't deny the world by sacrificing yourself, because then you get all used up and you have less to give. So you take care of you, and you proceed in the way that feels the very best and empowering to you. From a distance, you can send love, you can send angels. You just don't have to engage with the negative energy. That's the important thing to know. So I hope that helps. Tammy, your stepfather passed on the 31st. I'm so sorry. You're wondering what he's doing on the other side and if he has a message for you. Okay. So, Tammy's stepfather. So, Dad, do you have anything you want to share with Tammy? He says, I'm a little busy right now, Tammy, but I will get back to you. It's not that he doesn't want to talk to you. It's just, it's so soon, and he's got a lot of processing to do. So that's right now the most pressing issue. But he's fine. He's going through the things he needs to go through, and he will definitely be coming back around to talk to you. He wants you to know that. But for right now, he's doing very well. So I hope that helps. Oh, Marianne, we will be so glad to have you. Yes. Jennifer, welcome. So glad to see you. Pamela, you say surrender when the energy is too much. Yeah. Jarnail, will there be an earthquake in February? Well, I don't even have to ask the angels. There's earthquakes all the time. It's a matter of, where they happen and all of that. But yeah, I mean, if you Google earthquakes on a particular day, they're everywhere all the time. There are so many places in the world that are having them. We just don't always hear about them. So the simple answer is yes, but let's just ask. I'll go a little broader with that and see if I can maybe get at what you're looking for. So will there be a devastating earthquake in February? Is it highly likely that there will be? They're saying February is going to be very volatile, not just earthquakes, but will there be one that's devastating? No, not February. Okay. There are some that are gearing up that will be coming in the future, but it doesn't look right now that it's going to be February. It looks like that's a little ways out. And what about the volcanoes? Any devastating volcanoes in February? It's looking like February in general is going to be a little calmer. The energies have been so intense. And like Metatron said, for this coming week, we're getting a little breathing room. We're getting a bit of a respite. So they kind of ebb and flow. So for a short term anyway, there's going to be a bit of an ebb to give us a break to recover. It's not that they're going to entirely stop, because that just doesn't happen. But I'm not seeing right now anything devastating in February. Of course, that can always change, but for the moment, that's what it looks like. Marcelina, you had to take care of your mother through surgeries. She's on the road to recovery. That's wonderful. Now you're looking for new work that's remote with a salary that begins at $80K. What do the guides say? Okay. So just for future reference, it's far faster for me to get you an answer if you give me a few options to ask about. Because if I just go general, then it takes a while to hone in on what that is. But I'll ask that and see what we get. So for Marcelina, can you give her a clue about remote work that would pay at least 80K? What is an area that she can explore? They're saying there's actually more than one. There are several areas that you can explore. But what is available now that she could realistically qualify? Can you give us anything? Yeah, I'm seeing in my mind's eye the pendulum is just going round and round and round because it's too big, Marcelina. So give me some options, and then I'll ask about each of the options. Because they're saying it's like they want you to take the responsibility rather than just saying, what should I do? Because that kind of leaves you out of the equation, and they don't want to do that. So they want you to step up and say, okay, these are some of the ideas I have. Now help me to find the very best one. And they work better when you do that, because then they're not taking your free choice from you. You see, they're very careful about that. So if you just leave it wide open, then they can step on the toes of free choice. They're not going to do that. So give us some options that you're considering, and they'll guide you in the one that's the most optimal. So let me know about that. Okay, Regina, welcome. What spirit gifts are left for you to remember and activate, ready and open for allowing all avenues of greatness into your spirit? Yay, and thank you. You're so welcome. Okay, so for Regina, spirit gifts that remain ready to be opened. What can you tell her about that? They're saying the sky's the limit, baby. What do you want to do? What would bring you joy? Lean into that, because when you choose what brings you joy, the level of service that you bring to the world just skyrockets. So you always want to choose from that perception. And if you don't know what brings you joy, then try a few things. And we will present options that will come across your path for consideration. When they come, run them through your filter. Choose the one that feels the best. Go do that for a while, see how it works out. It might be a short term, it might be a long term, you get to decide. But allow yourself to have the experience. Flow with it. See where it takes you. Because one door can open onto other doors, which opens onto more doors, bringing you to the most refined, joyous, fulfilling option. But right now, it's like wide open. What do you want? What brings you joy? What is missing from the equation right now? They want you to do that reflection and then come back. So let me know if that helps. Karen, you're wondering if your financial situation will be improving. So team, is it highly likely that Karen's financial situation will be improving anytime soon? Sometime within 2026? Okay. In the second half, third quarter. It's looking like it might not be till the fourth quarter of the year, Karen, but you are moving in that direction. So, and they're also saying, don't forget, you can accelerate that timeline. So when they bring opportunities, something that catches your interest, those breadcrumbs, act immediately. Don't dally. Don't second guess yourself. Get in there, try them out. When you find that thing that is the right fit for you, then move forward with it, and you can accelerate the timeline. But right now, as things stand, it's probably going to be fourth quarter. So Craig is saying Jack Kelly also came by. He was a great guy. He wanted information about Joan Rivers. He liked her legs. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if you saw it, Craig, but Irish Granny and I did a conversation with Joan Rivers. I think it was a couple of weeks ago that she posted the video. So that's on, it's Irish Granny Helen, if you haven't seen her channel. We do various people together. We just did Gregory Peck, which was amazing. He was such a fabulous guy in so many ways. Not just gorgeous, great actor, but a really fine human being. It was really a pleasure talking to him. So that's all on Helen's channel. There is a playlist on my channel, though, that's Irish Granny. So all of the conversations that we have had together are in that playlist, which will take you to her channel. So you can find them that way, too. Janani, you thought it was because of Gaia's shift. You were very calm when people around you were scared and nervous. Yeah, you were reading that. So that was awesome. And, you know, it is what it is. We can send love and healing energy to Gaia, but she has to go through the process, just like a woman giving birth to a baby. You got to go through the process, and sometimes it's really rough. So she's going through the end stages now, which can be the worst. That's what we're feeling. But this too shall change over time. She will come out the other side. And I'm really praying that when she does, the sun is going to calm down with her, because it feels like those two are linked in that way. So there's a good chance that the geomagnetics will calm down once Gaia finishes, and hopefully that will be soon. Paramala, you wanted to know if you will be enlightened in this lifetime? Well, yeah, I mean, just by virtue of being here, being inquisitive, exploring your spiritual path, you're on your path to enlightenment. But I will ask what they have to say. So for Paramala, what can you tell her about her enlightenment path for this lifetime? Yeah, come on in, baby. The water is fine. They're just being a little silly with you. But yeah, it's all there for you. It's just up to you to take the initiative. So engage with them regularly, because the more you engage, the more fluent you get at being able to hear and interpret the messages. So I don't know how far along you are with that, but practice, practice, practice. Because you know, when I say to Metatron, how come I'm not further along? Because sometimes I think I should be further along. He says, you know, all those times you chose not to meditate? He's got a point. You know, life gets in the way. We don't do it as much as we think we should, and it slows you down. So you commit yourself. You put in the time and dedication, and you will get the rewards. And that is a beautiful connection where the conversation just flows whenever, wherever you want it to. That's all there for everybody. So if you want more, you've got to put in the time and effort to get there. But they will step up and more than meet you halfway. So that's what you need. Oh, Janani, that's your mom. Oh, so cool. Well, welcome, Mom. So glad to have you here. Christy, why do your husband and you keep seeing the number 23? You understand that they're trying to talk to you. You betcha that they are. That's an angel number. So the first thing, have you Googled it? Did you look up the symbology of 23? Now, it will carry the energies of the number 2, the number 3, and then, of course, the combo. So there is a site. Let me just type it out for you. It's Sacred Scribes. If you Google that, you will find an index of a whole bunch of numbers. So you put in the number that you want to know the definition for the symbology. You will get it there. And I recommend them because they have the most full-fledged, wonderful resource that's out there. So always go there, find out what the number means to you, and then expand upon that. Where do you see it showing up in your life? As soon as you get the message, you'll stop seeing it. It repeats until you take action, just like those earworms. When you hear that song that just keeps popping into your head, same thing as an angel number. Go Google it. What are the lyrics of the song? Who wrote it? What's the story about how they wrote it? You keep digging till something goes, ah, oh, that's it. I connected the dots. I know what it means. That's what you're looking for. When you get that, the earworm goes away. The number stops showing up. It'll be something else then. That's how they build a conversation with you. They will bring these things up in the breadcrumbs to get your attention. Once you notice it, take action on it. Get more information. Do whatever you feel led to do. Then move on to the next breadcrumb. That's how you build the relationship and the language with them. So they're inviting you into a conversation, which is beautiful. Keep going. Talk truth. You are so welcome. You will do better with taking care of your health. You've been lazy and not wanting to go out for walks in the winter in Manitoba. Oh, I so understand that. Yeah. But you can do that indoors. And if you need some ideas, Google how to get useful exercise indoors without a lot of space. And squats are a really good thing that you can do in place. You don't need a lot of room for those. And those are super good for you because they help your balance, and they have a lot of benefits to them. Strengthening your legs is really important, especially, as you're getting older. I don't know how old you are, but it's good for everybody to stay strong and healthy. So that's one thing you can do. But yeah, absolutely. Because we have this wonderful vessel Creator gave us. Just this one that's got to last us for this whole lifetime. So if we don't take care of it, then we will get the rewards of that, good or bad. So yeah, me too. Same thing. Working on getting more fit, more flexible, because we've got a lot of important work to do. So we need these bodies as healthy as possible to get us through the whole way. Plus, they're telling us we're going to live longer in this lifetime because of all the shifts in energy and the changes, the rewriting of our DNA. So if we happen to be one of those souls that set out the path to live longer, then we have much longer that we've got to take care of these bodies. Super important. So yeah, good on you for recognizing that. Paramala, you will try. You are so welcome. Much love to you. Pamela, you are welcome. Regina, message of dreaming of a dolphin kissing your cheek 2 nights ago. That's beautiful. So, for Regina, what was with the dolphin kissing her cheek? It's a spirit. It's a spirit of someone you know. So who is it? It's a family member? Extended family, maybe? Male? It's a female spirit. Someone, it feels like extended family, but could also be a friend. But it's somebody whose loss you really felt deeply. And they came in the form of a dolphin, because that's a clue about who they are. And they just wanted to let you know they were around you. And they also thought that you might enjoy it being a dolphin. It just made it more playful. So they're going to be coming back. Yeah, they'll be coming back. And they probably will choose a different form in the future. Whoever this is had a really good sense of humor. There's that real playful energy around them. Was this person a child? No, okay. A young person. A younger person, like under 30. Yeah, a younger person like under 30. And so they had just a playful attitude. That's why they chose that form. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Pamela, it makes sense. You keep feeling there are more openings once you make the move. Absolutely. Because the angels always say, we give you the breadcrumbs, and then we kind of are twiddling our thumbs waiting for you to find them, to take action on them. Until you take the action, the energy is kind of stagnating and stalled. They need you to get the energy moving by taking the action. That then makes the space for them to come in and bring more breadcrumbs and to do more to help you. So yeah, it's a give and take relationship. We've got to step up and do our part. Really important. So good you got that. Amanda, you're so welcome. Laura, do they want you to repeat the whole message to connect? I don't know. Let's ask. You do the Google game with them. That's perfect. Yeah, keep doing that. So for Laura, do you want her to repeat that phrase as like a mantra? Is that what that's about? No, wasn't meant to be a mantra. It was just meant to engage you, to get you asking questions, exploring, finding out what it meant, and then taking the next steps, which you have done. So now take more steps. Keep playing the Google game. That is great. Yeah. Craig, you've been going on trips with Clara to different times, places, past incarnations. Is she happy with the relationship? Okay, so Clara, how do you feel about the way Craig has been exploring the past lives and your times together? Is that pleasing to you now? Oh, she's loving it. She's having so much fun. Time of her life. Yeah. She really appreciates that you are so conscientious and giving her time, because she realizes you do have this life here to live. You can't devote all your time to her. So she's really grateful for the times that you do and how you value the relationship, because it's a two-way street. Yeah. So it's all good, Craig. No worries on that account. Amy, you're telling him to reach out to his angels, and you do call on the angels and guides to help him. Yeah. You're doing what you can do, Amy. You as they say, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. So you can be a role model in that respect, though. You do the work, let him see what's happening for you, which might inspire him to ask for more on his own behalf. He either will or he won't. All you can do is send the love angels from your side. Phyllis, hey there, welcome. Your son and his wife are moving from Florida to Seattle. You considering following them in about a year. What does Metatron think about that? So, Metatron, is it an optimal and wise choice for Phyllis and her husband to relocate near their son in Seattle? Sure, if you want to. It's a fine choice. If it will make you happy, then by all means. But you do have other options. So for you, Phyllis, he's asking you to spend a little time reflecting on whether moving is just about being close to your son, or whether you will actually enjoy moving to that location. Because you can be close to him, but maybe in a different location. So that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you're taking care of you and seeing to your needs while choosing to be near your son. Hopefully that makes sense. You are so welcome, Marianne. I'm glad it helps. Adela, will the Akashic records tell you who your spirit guides are? You hear a voice, but you're not sure. Okay, well, let's just ask first whether the voice is one of your guides. So for Adela, the voice that she's hearing, is that one of her spirit guides? Oh, they're saying it's your guardian angel. Okay, cool. So will the Akashic records tell you? Well, yeah, you can go into the Akashic records and you can invite your team, angels, guides, whatever, to come and introduce themselves to you. Or you can give them names. They don't care, because names do not mean anything to them. That's a human construct. But if we insist, then sometimes they'll give us a name, but it doesn't matter to them, because the truth is they work together as a team. They don't have egos, so names are irrelevant. But yeah, you can go into the records and you can meet them. You can ask one at a time. You can get the group. Just flow with it. Take your time. ask them to come forward, get to know them, or just see them as a group. It really doesn't matter. They're good either way. They just want you to connect with them. So over time, you will get more information. The relationship will expand. You'll get to know their quirky personalities, if there's any of those who want to step up. Sometimes they're really funny. Some of them are a little snarky. They have all kinds of different personalities. Usually it will be something that they know will be pleasing to you. So that's what will come through. But yeah, just be open to whatever it is, and they will, absolutely. Janani, your sister's name is Gayatri, and her daughter is Pragya, maybe. Her daughter is adamant, not listening to anything she says. Is there any guidance for your sister on how to handle her? Ooh, that's a toughie. Okay, let's dissect this. You don't say how old Pragya is. And it really does kind of matter how old she is. But the way you write it, it kind of feels like, she's in that rebellious stage. And boy, you can't tell them anything when they're in that stage. Let's just see what the team has to say. So team, for Gayatri, what can you tell her about the best way to have a relationship with her daughter, Pragya? Softening. Softening's important. More love, less lecture. She resists that because she's at a place where she wants to express her independence. She wants mom to respect that she feels she's an adult, even though I don't feel like she is. But she's feeling that, and she's wanting to be treated with a little more respect for her opinions. So mom can listen to her. Of course, mom can always lay down the law afterwards, but at least give her the chance to express herself. When she feels she is heard, she will soften, and it will help their relationship a lot. She doesn't want to feel like she's being dictated to. She wants to feel heard. For her right now, feeling heard is very, very important. So share that. See if that helps. Maybe mom can just lighten up a little bit and listen more. Because moms tend to want to, I know what's best for you. You should do this. You should listen to me because I'm wiser. That just doesn't work with some kids. So listening to her right now is going to help a lot. Ashika, guidance from the spirits for February. Okay, so what do you want to tell Ashika for February? They're saying glow, baby, glow. So give me a little more. What does that mean? And now they're launching into the glowworm song. Okay, so you got to give me more than that. What's that about? So the glowworm song, it's flowy, it's upbeat, but it's about being. It's more being than doing. It's being that bright, beautiful glowworm that people are attracted to, that is soft, supportive, and loving. So more of that. It feels like you're trying to do too much and you're not being enough. That seems to be the crux of the message, Ashika. So let me know if that makes sense and if you have a follow-up to that. Regina, should you return to CM this year in maybe June? So, Regina, would it be wise to return to CM at all? Yeah, if it makes you happy, absolutely. And is June the optimal time to do that? I get a no on that. So before June? It's like May? April. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm getting a yes on March. March is a better time to go than June. And are we talking weather issues? Is it weather related? No. Situational. It's something situational, and they're saying March is a more optimal time. Does that mean you're saying she should not go in June? No, because they're not going to tell you not to go. They're just saying, if you want to know the most optimal time, that's what we're telling you. You still get to decide. So you have to figure out what you want to do about that. Christy, you are so welcome. Mannion, okay. You're a pranic healer and you do Reiki. You want to combine them, do healing for the suffering people. Will you be successful, or should you follow only one method? Oh, you can combine those. I know people who are combining them. Yeah, it's about following your intuition and your feelings, because you've got to feel into both of those modalities. And you can combine them in your own unique way to help people at a higher level than you could by doing them individually. So if you're feeling pulled in that direction, then do that. Follow that feel. That's important. So for Mannion, is it highly likely they will be successful combining? Team, what do you say? Is it highly likely that will be a successful pursuit, combining those modalities? Yeah, your heart is in the right place. So now just do the follow through and allow it to blossom like a beautiful flower, sharing it with love and intention. That is the highest and best that you can offer from your soul, and you will be blessed for that. Yeah, it feels very positive, very uplifting. So yeah, flow into it and see where it takes you. Hey, Debbie Brady, welcome. So good to see you. Oh, you're welcome, Craig. Serene, why are you afraid of reptiles like lizards? You understand they're tiny animals, but still any guidance and isn't. I think you're asking, is it reptilian energy? Okay. So for Serene, can you give us a clue? Why is there this issue with the lizards? Is it something to do with reptilians? Is that connected to it? Yeah, it's like a deja vu kind of thing. You had some past lives where you were battling the reptilians. And so even though these lizards have nothing to do with those reptilians, it's like a flashback deja vu kind of thing that triggers you. So what can they do about this? Yeah, it's about you being the sovereign soul, realizing that they are separate, that they're two separate things, and not blaming those poor creatures because they happen to look like the ones who you battled in past lives. They are totally separate. And they're also saying, remembering that they are also God's creatures. And while you might not prefer them, you don't have to be repulsed by them because they are totally separate from that whole reptilian thing. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know. Hey, Starseed. So glad to see you. You're welcome, Phyllis. So, Regina, the dolphin energy, was it your uncle or your oldest brother's daughter? You were not that close. You need more clues. Okay. So, the dolphin energy, was it Uncle Trent for Regina? Was the dolphin energy Uncle Trent? No. Was it the daughter? It was the daughter. And they're saying you might have felt not that close, but there was a resonance for her. And it feels like you came together karmically in this lifetime and you didn't get to fulfill whatever that was. So she feels that connection to you. Yeah. Oh, and so whatever's unresolved between you, you can still do that now when she's in spirit. So she's bringing that playful energy and the love. It's like, sorry, we didn't get to take care of this while I was in the flesh, but we can still do it now. So whatever that was to be resolved, you can still do that, release it, and then you're both free to move on. So that's really creative of her, actually, when you think about it. Oh, Janani, she's 8. Yeah, that's rough. But even so, at 8, she's got opinions. And if mom shows respect and listens to her opinions, that will go a long way. She gets to say, she gets to have input. Mom still is going to be the authority, but they can negotiate. Doesn't have to be iron rule. And then she will soften. She's just looking to have a say, to be a little more independent. And the thing is, we sometimes get caught up in this. Well, I have to lay down the law or I'm not doing my job as a mom. And really, we can go so much further if we find a more peaceful way. It's like, yeah, let's hear what you have to say. Maybe we can negotiate and we can both get what we want here. So softening is really important, and just having them lean into a little softening and see what they can do. A little bit goes a long way because she's not expecting a lot. She does realize she is a child. So just a little bit of shifting will be very helpful. Hey, Arlene, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, Janani, you felt she needed more love. Yeah, absolutely. Just support. Like, her opinion is valued. Everybody wants to feel that way. Oh, Priya, you are very welcome. You will meditate regularly. Yes, beautiful. Okay, Arlene, a message from Metatron for you. Metatron, what do you want to tell Arlene? I am seeing bright orange, really bright orange, kind of sun orange, really very, very bright. So unless that means something specific to you, Arlene, it probably has something to do with sacral chakra. So are you saying that there's something going on with the sacral chakra? Disempowerment. Arlene, you need to power up your sacral chakra. Divine feminine, and yeah. There's some weakness there. It's powering it up. It's having confidence in who you are, what you bring to the table, being the authority in your life. You're being invited to step up to that. And I'm also hearing the song Clementine. I don't know. That's a weird one. My Darling Clementine, do you know that song? That's an old, old song. So Google that and see if you can get anything. I mean, maybe you know the song and it means something to you. That's like a sad song. It's like one person lost to another, if I remember right. So I'm not quite sure about that. Maybe, let me know if that makes sense to you. But Clementine is coming up too. Ashika, you are having to learn how to not act. Usually you're an action taker. So learning to sit with the discomfort and realize that not doing anything sometimes is better for some situations. So you're learning to pour it back, the energy into yourself as a person, and allow yourself to grow and blossom. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely. Oh, love it. You got it. Do that. Do that for you because you deserve it and it's time. Debbie, you are thinking of hanging a mediumship shingle. What do the guides say? So for Debbie, what do you think? Would it be an optimal choice for her to put herself out there as a medium, open for business? Debbie, if that would make you happy, then you go do that. That would be a fine choice. And just be willing to bend, be flexible, and allow it to morph. Don't be rigid, because your gifts are even now still unfolding. So what feels good today might not feel the same in 6 months. So as long as you are flexible and you allow it to shift and morph, it will bring you joy and satisfaction. Yeah, definitely an optimal choice, as long as it pleases you. And if it doesn't, then you shift. Starseed, you want to do something a little risky. Will you be able to do it safely this year? Okay. So Starseed, this risky thing, is it highly likely that she will be able to do it this year, 2026? I get a yes. And I'm also hearing June. So I don't know if you had a timeline on this or not, but there's something about June that ties into what it is you want to do. Yeah, definitely June. Okay. So have fun, be successful, whatever it is. So Karen, should you be looking for more work? So would it be an optimal choice for Karen to look for more work? Yes. You need to be clear about what your boundaries and your limits are. Don't overextend yourself, but feel your way through, find that balance, and go for that. So it might be a combination of jobs, not just one. And that's perfectly fine as long as you find a way to balance them so that they're not overtaxing you. That's the important thing to keep in mind. So, yes. Regina, you're so welcome. Manian, you are welcome. It's helpful to understand the inner feelings. You'll follow advice from the angels. That's wonderful. You too have a great day. Craig, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Don't be a cheap Charlie. That's funny. She has a great sense of humor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Serene, you are welcome. You do feel compassion for them for being God's. Yeah, for being God's creation. Yeah, wonderful. I hope that that helps you to feel better about them. And maybe you could even look for some positive things about them, like they eat bugs. They're useful in that respect. So they do try to pull their weight and do the cleanup. Hello, Ironweed. Welcome. So glad to have you here. Janani, you are welcome. Starseed, the lizards remind you that you don't like squirrels, and there's a lot of them at the park. When you complain, Mother Earth says, "These are all my children." Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Spiders and snakes and creepy crawlers and scorpions and things that we might not like, they're all God's creations. They all have a purpose. Although, I will say, this is something I was thinking about a while back. For the Buddhists, they won't even kill a mosquito. You know what? That's not my belief. I believe that, if something's bothering you, if it doesn't belong in your house and you have to dispose of it, then that's what you do, because Creator gave us dominion over our world, gave us animals for our sustenance, and people who feel like you can't eat animals because they have a conscience and souls and faces and whatever the reasons, that's fine. That's a belief for you. But the circle of life, animals, eating animals, insects, and all cross purposes, they're all there. It's the food chain, and we're at the top of it. So if you choose to consume them, there's no judgment about that. And for crying out loud, if a cow has consciousness, what about plants? Plants have consciousness, so why is it okay to eat a plant and not a cow? It's just a personal thing. So, the monks can get bitten by mosquitoes because that's what their belief, and that's perfectly fine, and we respect that. But that doesn't mean we have to practice that. Sometimes people get a little carried away with some of those things. So, yeah, if we can just remember that they all have their place, but we can say, hey, not in my house. So the squirrels at the park are fine. And maybe you can find something charming about that and appreciate them. But absolutely, all God's creations. Serene, your mom would ask you to stop scaring them with your theatrics, and you feel bad for your reaction. Yeah, don't feel bad. You're triggered for a reason. And the angels say if you're triggered, that's an invitation for healing. There's some trauma that needs to be cleared up. So when you're triggered, you don't want to avoid the trigger so you don't get triggered. You want to say, oh, how interesting. What is that about? What do I need to heal within myself so that I'm no longer triggered? That's an invitation to empowerment. So really let that soak in whenever you're triggered. Take that, work with it, release it, and you can get the angels to help you with it because you don't want to be triggered. You want to step into being an embodied soul, carrying and owning your power, because that's how you're going to change the world. So that's just a little side lesson for all of us. Debbie, boxes instead of shoes. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I don't need to know, but that one's not clicking for me at the moment. Maybe you mean in reference to your work morphine? Maybe, yeah. Validation from Arlene, thank you, yeah. Clementine, and it makes sense to you? That's fabulous, because I wasn't getting it. Linda, will you be traveling to visit family next week? Will the weather be okay for driving? So, team, is it highly likely that next week the weather will be amenable to Linda traveling to visit family? I get a yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a break in the weather. There might be some little dust ups, but you're used to that. So it's nothing that's going to block you. There are some things shifting around right now. So there might be a blast that comes through later. Are you saying she might get stuck there? No, no. Okay. So you'll be able to visit and return safely? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Okay. But after that, because winter's not done with us yet. So there will be more coming. But at least for that short term, right now you've got green lights for travel. Arlene, you will work on it. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Janani, message from your team. You're having an inner excitement for some unknown reason, and you've asked a lot of questions. Yeah. Let's see where we're at with the questions here to make sure I've got time. Where are we here? Okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. So, inner excitement. All right. So, what can you tell Janani about this inner excitement that she's feeling right now? That's anticipation, baby. You have made great strides in this meditation challenge. And Kuan Yin has jumped in to serve with you. Why wouldn't you be excited? The world is your oyster. New opportunities, new doors are opening to you. No limitations. Get out there. Do what brings you joy and allows you to share love with the world. That's perfect. And that is exciting. Glory and revel in that excitement. That is beautiful, perfect energy. That is as it should be. So all is right with the world. So there you go. It's perfect. Debbie, you were trained over 20 years ago to do mediumship, but then you worked as a government contractor and decided not to pursue it. So now you're retired and moved out of the DC metro. You're getting the nudge. Yeah, it's perfect. It's like that thing that you dropped along the way, but you always kind of missed it. And now you're ready to swing back into it. Why not? Do it as long as it feels good. Absolutely. Regina, your jaw dropped with the dolphin interpretation. You never connected as you did with your sister. Interesting. Yeah, well, she wants to connect now, so she's feeling that unfinished business. Just really beautiful. It's a wonderful opportunity for both of your souls. Manian, okay. Curious about the message from the spiritual team NSM. I don't know what that means. What can you tell Manian about the spiritual team NSM? I'm not getting anything on that. I'm sorry, I'm a little low energy because I was traveling all day, so I'm not getting the deep enough connection to be able to connect those dots for you. Tell me what NSM is, and I'll try again. Give me something to point at. That'll help a lot. You are welcome, Starseed's Wisdom. Regina, what you do on this live is similar to private readings. Yeah, essentially, that's what it is. Once a month, I come on here and I do free readings. And it's just a way to connect with people. It lets me practice my channeling. So it's serving. You see, the beautiful thing about that is it's a fair exchange of energy because I'm not just giving away my talent, my skills, my time. I'm exchanging with you what you want to know for practice channeling. It's a really great way to practice channeling. That's it's a benefit to both sides. So yeah, they're free readings. But like I said earlier, I do ask that you subscribe to the channel. If you don't subscribe, you can't ask questions. So that's the one thing I ask of you to do. And you can unsub, of course, after. But if somebody brand new just shows up and wants to ask a question, hit sub, and in 5 minutes you'll be able to ask a question. And that's just fair for the people who are here. If I didn't do that, we might get flooded with a bunch of who knows what bots and things popping in. And I really want this to be a productive session that we all get something out of. So that little bit of control really makes a difference. Yeah, we're at 10:30 now, a little past it. So no more new questions, only follow-ups after this point. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Always being on the job. I appreciate that. Karen, you are so welcome. Starseed, you agree and not in your house. Yeah, absolutely. You know, apologies to anybody offended, but if mice are in my house, no, not going to tolerate that. Spiders I can deal with. I used to be deathly afraid of spiders, but EFT helped me with that, and now I actually give them names and talk to them. As long as they stand on my personal space, they can be here. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, let's see, Regina. Is it better to return to CM in November or March and November? Okay, so for Regina, would it be better to go in November? November's a good time. November and March, both? Um, no. So you're saying just one time? One time. Not necessary to go both, unless you really want to. So yeah, November works too. Linda, personal choice, no right, no wrong, just is karma's universal law that balances everything. Absolutely true. Yes. Hey Marby, welcome. So glad to see you. Or travel again in December. So would it be an optimal choice for Regina to travel in December? No, December's not good. So I don't know, maybe wacky weather then, who knows? That's a long way away. And of course, remember, Regina, because that is so far away, it could change. So what you can do is later on, as we get closer, you can ask again. I did that with one of the people in my mastermind who was going to Bali and was really concerned about tsunamis and things, and would it be safe for her to go at that time. So once a month, we just checked in to be sure it was still green lights. It was. She went. It was a phenomenal trip. So we can keep asking. It's okay to do that. Hey, Andrew, I am so glad to have you here. Wonderful. It's 4:30 a.m. Oh, bless your heart. Wow, that's dedication. Yeah, thanks for being here. I hope you're feeling better. You've been on my mind. I know you've been through a rough time, so sending lots of love and angels to be with you and bring you complete and total healing, Andrew. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Starseed, when will the injuries from the car accident heal completely? Well, let's ask first if they will. We'll start there. So for Starseed Wisdom, is it highly likely the injuries from the car accident will heal completely? Yes, they will heal completely. Okay, so can you give us a timeline for that? Is it highly likely by summertime? Sooner? March? Completely in March? Not 100%, but there's a very good chance they could be healed completely. Are you saying the end of March? Beginning of March? By the end of March, there's a chance they could be completely healed. Keep doing your follow through, though. Don't slack off, because you need to be putting that effort in, whatever it is, to restore your body. And the nutrition, they're saying, don't forget the nutrition. Take your vitamins. They're saying take your vitamins. I don't know if you do, but they're recommending taking your vitamins. Giving your body a little bit of extra right now to bolster and speed the healing would be wise. So hopefully that makes sense to you. You are so welcome, Janani. You think it's just spiritual team NSM was a typo. Okay, so it's Manian wanted to know a message from her team. I think that's what it was. So for Manian, does the team have a message to share with her? Okay, this is a little darker. So I'm sorry to say this to you, but I there's a reason for it, so it's okay. But what they're showing me is that you're going to have a little bit of a dark night of the soul. You're going to walk some dark paths that are going to be uncomfortable and a little disturbing. But they're saying, don't be afraid. We've got your hands. Even in the dark, we will guide you through. Hold on to your angels. Let us guide you through back into the sunshine again. Sometimes you must have that transit through the darkness because it's a growth opportunity. It's where you're working on solidifying your faith and your confidence in your team. So no fear, no worry, no doubt. Hold on tightly to your angels. Ask for more help from them when you're in the dark. They will be the candle. They will be the lantern. They will be the freaking lighthouse if you need it, and they will guide you through. That's what they want you to know. So no fear. Be ready. Be solid, and just walk right through with your head held high in love, faith, and trust. You've got this. Okay. Starseed, you just had a light bulb moment about the exchange that helps me. And you got really depleted doing readings on your channel and channeling messages. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't just be pouring it all out there. I mean, we have big hearts and we love sharing, but there has to be some kind of a fair exchange of energy. You know, that's why I stopped doing Ask Your Guides. It wasn't feeling good to me anymore, and I had to stop it. So we've kind of moved a fashion of that into the Soul Seekers group. And that's a different relationship, a different energy. And it really feels wonderful and both sides giving. And so this metaphysical chat, it's a different format. And it also, there's this exchange going on. So yeah, we always need to be aware of that. You don't want to give and give and give and be depleted, because yeah, you're hurting yourself, but you're also cheating the people out there who you could have helped if you had taken care of yourself. It's so important. Not selfish. It's the most selfless thing you can do, to put yourself first, to take care of you so that you have more to share with the world. Yeah. So maybe it's in the cards for you to get back to your channel when you feel that you can do it in a balanced fashion, because you have so much wisdom and love to give. So yeah, let that sit with you for a while and percolate and see how it feels. Oh, you have an early doctor's appointment. Okay, well, we are sending lots of love and light with you, Andrew, that you get all wonderful news. Craig, next time you'll ask about Paul Newman, because he was a liberal too. Cool. Yeah. We can do Edgar Casey too. You know, Helen and I have talked to him a couple of times, and he wants to help. He keeps popping in and sharing information. Thank you, Linda, for all the encouragement and the like buttons. Yes, we appreciate that. You are welcome, Regina. Andrew, you're doing really well. I'm so glad to hear that. Tired, but good. Yeah. Yeah, well, here, we're getting ready to go to Costa Rica, so we are very excited about that. We haven't had a real vacation in a long time. Now, I'll still be working because I've got the metaphysical chat and I've got the soul seekers and, you know, a few things that I'm not going to cancel them. I'm going to do them even while I'm on vacation. So I told the soul seekers, next time I see you, I'm going to be broadcasting from Costa Rica. And I believe the first Monday in March will hit while I'm there also. So I'll be doing the metaphysical chat from Costa Rica as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. You are welcome, Adela. Zia, you asked in a previous session about the Buddhist monks walking in the southern USA. I remember that. Yeah, we actually are after, and I've got to get through all these people. So bring that back next time. Yeah, let's talk more about them, because I think that they deserve attention and our love and energy. They're doing a tremendous service for the world. Oh, money, and that's too funny. Ma'am, not MSM. Okay, gotcha. Organic bone broth. Yeah, it is wonderful for so many things. Yeah, so I did the message for you, Monty, and that was the dark path. That was for you. So if you didn't hear that, go back and listen to that. We just did that a couple minutes ago. Starseed, you are welcome. You get lots of therapy. The feeling is you'll be good by May, but March is even better. Yeah, put in that extra stuff. And like Regina said, bone broth would be really good. The collagen, and that's going to help with the bone healing. Yeah. And if you're not doing homeopathics, you could consider that, because there are some that are really good with joints, ligaments, bones, muscles, tendons, even the synovial fluid. There are those that can help speed that healing up. So that can make a big difference. So you stopped posting for now, but you will get back to it. Wonderful. Yeah, when you feel that the time is right, do that. Yeah, Andrew, Helen and I are going to talk to Casey again, because people keep asking. So, as long as that's a popular topic, we will return to that. So I'm already past where I'm taking new questions tonight, but come back next month and ask about Casey. Absolutely. Would love to do that. No, Regina, I was drowned on a dunking board in a past life. Cruises scare me. So no, not doing a cruise. We're gonna fly over there and spend some time. Oh, Andrew, it is our pleasure and honor to send love and light healing to you. Absolutely. You are a member of the community. You are as important as everybody else. Alma, I'm sorry I'm past the point of taking new questions, so please come back next month and I will be happy to do that for you. Yeah, it should be really great, Andrew. I'm really looking forward to it. I was being drawn to Costa Rica, and when I started doing the planning, it was like, wow, it really feels very good to go there. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to come of that trip. I do feel I'm going to have some deeper connections with my team, and I'm hoping to do some writing while I'm there, being inspired by all the beauty and nature. So we will see. Yeah, Jeff Robodine, sorry you missed the questions tonight. Starseed, you've never cried so much as you did watching the monks. It's love. It's love and selflessness. I think that's what we feel from them. And what they're doing is not easy. It's cold out there. Walking all those miles. I'm sure they're getting blisters and discomfort, and yet they keep going because the love and the intention of healing the world is stronger than any personal inconvenience. They've got a greater purpose. So much love and gratitude for them for making that sacrifice on our behalf. Talk Truth, you love the channeled messages. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, thank you. We will have a wonderful time. Andrew, you were in Seattle visiting your mother. And this man walks up to you on the street and said, "Do you know Edgar Casey?" Wow, that's kind of freaky. You got to wonder what that was about. And what was your answer? Yeah, Starseed, mind over matter. Absolutely. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Arlene. The Are you talking about the monks? Yeah, it's a selfless thing that they are doing. It's so incredible. So it looks like I'm at the bottom. So are there any last minute follow-ups from, things that I channeled that didn't make sense? You need a little clarity? I want to do that before we wrap. Craig, Edward G. Robinson, Dalton Trumbull, Kirk Douglas, Sidney Poitier, Diane Carroll, Robert Redford, all liberal Dems. Interesting. Yeah, we got a little thing on Kirk Douglas. We were talking to, who was it? Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood. We talked to her a while back, and we found out from her sister who wrote about it and confirmed with Natalie Wood that Kirk Douglas had SA'd her. He was not a good person. Did a lot of things like that and got away with it, because he was so popular. So I don't know if I'd want to talk to him. But yeah, Helen takes requests on the channel. So if you watch the videos and there's somebody that you're really curious about talking to, you can put that in there. We did Robin Williams a while back. That one I think is my all-time favorite. It was so amazing. And we're going to do George Carlin soon, which I've really been looking forward to because I want to know what George has to say about the state of the world today. I'm sure it will be enlightening. Yes, the monks. Okay, thank you for that clarity, Arlene. Debbie, you've been to the Virginia Beach Casey Center a number of times. You were taking pictures in the parking lot, and one of his sons walked up to you, asked if you wanted him to take a picture of you. Interesting. I've been there a couple of times. I really enjoy the energy there, and Virginia Beach is like 7-hour drive for us. So it's someplace, if we don't have a lot of time, we just need a few days to get away. It's a great place to go. You did watch it, Arlene. Awesome. Thank you, Starseed. We will. Ah, Craig, you knew about that 1956 at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Yeah. She had such a tragic life. There were good moments, but a lot of tragedy. Okay, anything else before we wrap up here? We'll just, for the newbies, we'll close with a prayer. I like to do that just to bring the energy down and to thank all the amazing angelic and divine teams who were helping us. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, if everybody would hit the like, that would be really helpful. Like and share. Because there are people out there who need this kind of support, but they don't know it's available to them. And as we talked about earlier, this is free. Just hit the subscribe button and ask a question, you know. And believe it or not, this is what I actually get paid to do, is readings. So I'm here doing them for free. And why not take advantage? You've been invited. So come and ask your questions, and let's let the angels share the love and the wisdom with all of us, because the truth is, for many, many of the answers, they're not just for the person that got them, they're for everybody. Because there's always so much beautiful wisdom that comes through that serves more than just the one person. So you really, when you come and you ask that question, you are representing the collective and, allowing that stream of consciousness to come, to be shared with everybody. And not just those who were on the call, but those who come along later and listen to the replay. So there are just so many ways that this gathering supports the love and the energy, the intention that we want to bring to healing the world, coming into oneness and expanding our consciousness. Yeah, she had some real issues with her husband. You are so welcome, Arlene. Okay, well, it looks like we're at the end of the questions. So if you will, humor me and just take a couple of deep breaths. Close your eyes and let's just have a little chat with our angels before we say goodbye. Wow. Beautiful energy tonight, team. Thank you so much. Thank you to each one of you for being here, for bringing your energy, for bringing your questions, for allowing us to take this journey together. Thank you to each of your teams who so graciously joined us, brought their energy to lift us all up above the hue and cry and the chaos of the world, so that we could touch the divine energy. Allow it to flow over us, to bless us, to enlighten us, bringing that beautiful illumination to all within this circle, that we might go out and share it with others. Thank you for bringing your love and your intentions, because when we all join together with that energy, it becomes greater than the sum of the parts. And we are changing the world together through something as simple as spending this short amount of time together. That energy is lifted up by the divine, and then it goes out in a big sonic boom across the planet, touching and shifting wherever it is needed. And there are those who are ready, changing lives. We have no idea in the moment how powerful that love and intention can be when magnified by the group. It is a blessing. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all that is, for being with us, for granting us this beautiful opportunity for spiritual expansion and love. We're so grateful. Thank you to all of you again. I will see you next month, the first Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love and many blessings to you. Mwah. Good night, everybody.